everybody, this is Ailey Dulcimer. I hope that you are doing well and that your summer is off to a great start. So if you have been following my channel for a while now, you know that I bought a new hammered dulcimer in January. In fact, you can see it right there. This is a Masterworks hammered dulcimer. It is a Russell Cook edition and it is an absolute joy to play. Again, if you've been watching my videos, you know how it sounds. It is just such a beautiful instrument. But if you have been watching my channel since before January, you know that I had another dulcimer before that. And you may be wondering, where did your other dulcimer go? So today, I want to let you know that my other dulcimer is doing very well. In fact, it is right here. And you can also see that my cat is coming to join us. After I got my Masterworks hammered dulcimer in January, I had some ideas about what I wanted to do with my original dulcimer here. My first plan was actually to sell it. I live in a small apartment. I don't have a lot of space for extra things, and seeing as I had moved up to a larger instrument, I felt like maybe it was time to give this one away, get a little money in the process, and move on. However, I don't exactly live in what you would call dulcimer country. There's not a lot of people in my area that play the hammered dulcimer or even know about the instrument. And I wanted to make sure that it would go to someone who would appreciate it and love it the way that I have. So I kind of got rid of that idea pretty quickly. And the idea I replaced it with was donating it to my college. So my college is not that far away from where I live now, so I knew that I could drive over to the campus and I could hand my dulcimer directly to the teacher in the music department that does play the hammered dulcimer. And I knew that the school would hopefully be able to use the instrument and it would get some love and affection from that teacher and any students that he could share it with. That was the plan for a while. But when I was getting ready to say goodbye to it after I had had this for a month or two, I sat down one day to play this one more time, and I really started thinking about how different the sounds of the two instruments are. Having played both of these instruments for a while now, I can even say that there's some songs that I play that sound better on this one than they do on this instrument, just because they have such different tones to them. And some songs sound better on a bright, small instrument, and some songs sound better on a big, deep instrument. And that's just the way it is. So after playing this, what was supposed to be one last time before saying goodbye to it, or at least reaching out to my teacher so that I could say goodbye to it, I realized that I just couldn't give it up. I still love this instrument. It still sounds great. And I know that there will be times in the future where I will want to play this instrument and I will want to have it for those times. So I kept it. Clearly, because it is here now. However, with that said, I haven't actually played this instrument since probably about February. And that means that it is very, very, very out of tune. And I thought that it would be fun for a video to show you what a very out of tune hammered dulcimer sounds like. Now, just to give you a quick little bit of information, this dulcimer is now about 6 years old, and the older a dulcimer gets, the better in tune it can stay. It's just kind of settled into itself and can stay in tune better than a newer instrument like this one, where I have to tune this pretty often for it to stay in tune. That isn't to say that this will forever be in tune and I never have to tune it. that's definitely not true. But it does stay in tune longer than a newer instrument would. I played around with this a little bit before filming this video, and it doesn't sound nearly as terrible as I thought it would. I honestly thought it was going to sound like nightmare fodder, and it doesn't, but it doesn't sound great. So let's have some fun and hear what a very out of tune hammer dulcimer sounds like. I'm gonna play this twice. I'm gonna play with the leather side of my hammers first, and then we'll hear what it sounds like with the wooden sound, because I bet they're gonna sound very different, and I only tested it with leather before. Beautiful. You can hear a little bit more of that out of tune once I get higher up. Let's try over here. Oh boy. All right, and let's hear what this sounds like with the wooden side. I almost think that the out of tuneness is more evident with the leather than it is with the wooden side of the hammers. Do you agree? Now, I have a feeling that while it didn't sound terrible when I was just playing scales, the out of tuneness is going to be much more apparent when I play a song. I am going to play for you a simple piece. I think I'm going to try Ashgrove, and let's hear what that sounds like when I haven't tuned my dulcimer since February. So again, not nearly as terrible as I was thinking it would be. I'm gonna put a clip of what this song sounds like when the dulcimer is in tune in this video next, so that you can compare the two and you can see what the difference between in tune and out of tune really sounds like. Exactly how out of tune is my dulcimer? Let's find out. I have my tuner here, and we'll pluck a few strings and we'll see what we find. So I'm gonna put it up here, turn it on. So here is the G. Yeah, that is pretty out of tune. It is very, very sharp compared to where it should be. Let's try the C. Surprisingly, just the tiniest bit less sharp than the G was, but still very much out of tune. And that's it for the video this week. It was a little different than what I usually do, but I just wanted to give you a quick heads up on my old dulcimer, let you know that it is still around. It may show up in future videos, in future songs. It's definitely still something that I love very much, even if I am spending a lot of my playing time on my new dulcimer. So everybody, have a great rest of your day. I will see you next week. Bye!